Have you ever met someone who feels like sunlight, but with roots? The kind of person who laughs easily, loves deeply, but won't be rushed into anything. Someone who seems calm on the outside, yet surprisingly stubborn when it truly matters. If you were born in May, or if you love someone who was, you probably know exactly what I mean. They're the friend who plans the picnic down to the playlist, but also insists on choosing the exact spot under the tree because the lighting feels better here. They're warm, affectionate, present, but try to pressure them. Watch how quickly that warmth turns into quiet resistance. There's something steady about May-born individuals. Not loud, not chaotic, just grounded. Like spring finally deciding it's here to stay. But what creates that mix of softness and steel? Why do they love comfort, beauty, loyalty, and yet hold their boundaries like granite? Let's talk about it. People born in May often carry an interesting psychological tension. They crave stability, yet they are not fragile. They want peace, but they are not passive. Have you noticed how they react to change? Not dramatically, not impulsively, but cautiously. They don't jump, they assess. They don't panic, they pause. Why? Research in personality psychology suggests that individuals who strongly value security and sensory comfort often score higher in conscientiousness and emotional steadiness. And May-born individuals frequently embody this grounded temperament. But here's the nuance. Stability is not the same as rigidity. A May-born person will stay in a relationship longer than most. They believe in working things through. They believe in loyalty. They will water the plant before deciding to replace it. But once they feel truly disrespected, once the soil is poisoned, they don't argue loudly. They withdraw quietly, and they rarely come back. Have you ever seen that shift? It's subtle. The warmth cools. The effort fades. The door closes without a slam. That's not coldness. That's self-protection built on accumulated patience. They experience the world through the senses. There's something deeply sensory about people born in May. They remember textures, smells, the exact shade of the sky during a meaningful conversation. Why does this matter psychologically? Because sensory processing sensitivity is linked to emotional depth. When someone processes the world vividly, they don't just experience events, they absorb them. A May-born individual might not cry in front of you, but they will replay the conversation later. Analyze your tone. Revisit your words. Not obsessively, but thoroughly. They notice comfort and discomfort. That's why they love beautiful spaces, good food, soft blankets, slow mornings. Not because they're indulgent, because sensory stability regulates their nervous system. Ever notice how a May-born person becomes irritable in chaotic environments? Loud conflict, unpredictable schedules, emotional volatility. They don't thrive in turbulence. They endure it, quietly, until they can return to calm. The myth of stubbornness. People often label May-born individuals as stubborn. And yes, they can be, but stubbornness is often just conviction without apology. They don't change opinions easily. Why? Because they don't form them lightly. They think. They observe. They gather evidence internally. So when they say, "I don't feel good about this," it's not impulsive. It's processed. Neuroscience tells us that individuals who rely more on interoceptive awareness of internal bodily signals often make decisions based on a deep gut calibration. May-born people trust that calibration. And here's the thing. When you pressure them to change their mind quickly, it doesn't persuade them. It hardens them. Have you ever tried to rush someone who values stability? It doesn't create flexibility. It creates resistance. Loyalty is identity for many born in May. Loyalty isn't a behavior. It's identity. They don't love halfway. They don't commit casually. And they don't forget easily, good or bad. Attachment theory suggests that individuals who value consistency often seek secure, predictable bonds. May-born personalities frequently lean toward building long-term attachment patterns. But here's the paradox. Because they invest deeply, betrayal hits deeper. They might forgive. They might understand. But something inside recalibrates, and once recalibrated, it rarely resets fully. Have you noticed how a May-born person remembers small anniversaries? Tiny promises? The exact way you said something 3 months ago? It's not scorekeeping. It's imprinting. They archive emotional data carefully. The quiet strength. Here's something people underestimate. Their resilience. May-born individuals don't broadcast their pain. They metabolize it privately. While others might seek immediate validation, they step back, reflect, self-soothe, sometimes overwork, sometimes overfunction. Research on emotional regulation shows that individuals high in self-control may appear calm even when experiencing significant stress, but calm does not mean unaffected. A May-born person may smile at dinner and then process their feelings alone at midnight. They're not detached. They're composed, and composition is strength. Their relationship with comfort and ambition. This is where it gets interesting. They love comfort, yes, but they also crave security through achievement. Financial stability, a well-decorated home, a career path that makes sense, not flashy ambition. Structured ambition. They don't want chaos disguised as excitement. They want progress that feels sustainable. Ever notice how they rarely gamble emotionally or financially? They build brick by brick, and if you destabilize what they've built without respect, that's when you see the steel. The emotional rhythm. There's a rhythm to May-born personalities. They don't spike high and crash low dramatically. Their emotions move more like tides than storms, but when pushed repeatedly, even tides erode stone. They might tolerate inconvenience. They might tolerate flaws, but they do not tolerate chronic disrespect. And once they emotionally detach, it's almost clinical, not cruel, just final. Have you ever experienced someone who stops arguing because they've already decided? That's often a May-born person reaching their limit. The deep romantic underneath the practicality. There is a deeply romantic core. They believe in tangible love, acts of service, physical closeness, shared routines, not just words, evidence. Psychological. Studies on love languages show that people who value physical and material expressions of care often equate consistency with safety. If you're inconsistent, they feel unsafe. If you're steady, they bloom. They don't need fireworks. They need reliability. And when they feel secure, they become incredibly affectionate, playful, generous, like spring in full bloom. What they fear: instability, not failure, instability. They fear building something that won't last, loving someone who isn't rooted, investing time where there's no soil. But here's the irony: their very steadiness is what makes them safe partners, dependable friends, grounded leaders. They don't chase intensity. They cultivate longevity. And in a world addicted to fast highs and dramatic exits, that can feel almost radical. If you were born in May, you probably won't call yourself extraordinary. You'll say you're just practical, just loyal, just careful. But there's something quietly rare about being both gentle and immovable, about loving comfort yet standing firm, about building slowly in a world obsessed with speed. You are not loud fire. You are steady flame, The kind that warms rooms without demanding attention. The kind that holds through wind. Maybe that's the real psychology here. People born in May understand that growth doesn't have to be chaotic. It can be rooted, intentional, seasonal, and if some of this felt uncomfortably accurate, if you recognized yourself in the pauses, in the loyalty, in the quiet strength, maybe it's not coincidence. Maybe it's design.